Nadolig Llawen and happy Christmas. How are you? Am I alone in finding it a bit hard to sing the Christmas carols this year? Much as I love them, the words that speak of the Holy Land, indeed of peace being announced in the Holy Land, are hard to sing when we know what's actually happening in that same piece of geography right now. When our hearts are torn with sorrow by the conflict and loss of life, by the relentless hatred and division, by the problems which have led to this time and are not going to be solved by it. Many people say to us, well, that's religion. That's what religion does. How can you possibly be religious when it causes so much pain and loss of life? And to be honest, they've got a point. If we look at the history of religions, they have so often magnified the very worst things in our nature, become a rallying cry for bigotry, racism and hatred, become an excuse for unthinkable inhuman behaviour. Yet in the midst of that, there is a different voice, a quiet, almost hidden, gentle voice, the authentic voice of Jesus Christ, God with us, the one who came on that first Christmas not with warfare, not with any defences, not with wealth and resources, not with a PR strategy, but instead came in gentleness and vulnerability, came to live and to die a sacrificial life, a life for the sake of others, supremely to pay the price for our sin. Behind me is a muddy patch of earth. You have to take my word for it, it's going to be a wildflower meadow. It looks awful now, but they're hidden in the soil of the seeds of the beauty to come next spring. I know they're there, and I trust the flowers will appear. And in the same way, I know that God's love, God's goodness is being sown even in the midst of everything that's worst about human beings. That no act of kindness, forgiveness, generosity is ever wasted. So I encourage us to keep this Christmas in the same way, to find something we can do, however small, to touch another life, to call on a neighbour we hardly ever see, to ring up a friend we've lost touch with, to donate generously to someone who's doing good, to set an extra place at the Christmas table. When the world tells us to close our hearts and have no faith, our encouragement is to do the opposite, to open our hearts and to work love. And if we do that, well, that is the true religion, the reason that Jesus came. Here's how St. Paul describes the fruit of the Spirit in his letter to the Galatians. By contrast, the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, generosity, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. There is no law against such things. Therefore, let us do them. Yn enw Tad a Mab a'r Ysbryd Glân. Amen.